I am getting very familiar with the FedEx guy at the moment, so good deals are coming, I'm sure. Hey guys, how are you all doing? I was so lucky to be drafted a second time to be sponsored by Vpfashion.com, and this time around I decided I wanted to try something different again. So what I wanted was longer extensions to dye in a more fun kind of manner. I wanted to try 22 inches, which is also 160 grams, which is good. The more hair, the merrier, I always say. I decided it was time for a change, so I darkened my hair and I decided to play a little. At first I actually wanted to do a halo or flip-in extension with these extensions, but I just realized that it just doesn't work for my length of hair yet, or at least not the way that I want it to be. I'm professional. First off, the hair that I got is the lightest of the blondes, which still has a lot of yellow tones to it. So what I really wanted this time around was a gradient from the darker blue to a grayish light blue. So what I did first was add gray toner to the tips of the hair, and also I pulled some strands to the side, you can see in the clip. And with these strands, I put in more of the gray toner, just so it was more like a highlight than an ombre. So I kept that dye in and then added the blue mixture. I had a lot of problems with these extensions this time around though. They didn't tone as well as I would have liked. The extensions are still keeping a teal tint, which I am learning to accept. It's kind of annoying, but I also know that this is just what can happen when you do color in extensions. So sweet. So after the dyeing process, I let the hair air dry overnight. I really strongly do not recommend that you blow dry your extensions. And I have blow dried extensions before, and sometimes it worked, other times it left the extensions dry as heck. Like really damaged hair. And that texture did not go away. So after drying the extensions, I straight ironed them just so they were easier for when I had to cut them. I clipped them in my hair where I sorta imagined that I would wear them from a day-to-day basis, and then I just start cutting. After that, curl the extensions, curl your hair, add them in, make adjustments, and this is it. I have removed a few inches of the hair on the bottom just because 22 inches is just unrealistic to me. That's just too long. That's so long that it gets in the way of everything that I'm doing, and I have had 22. I actually had 24 inches at some point, and I just remember I did not care for that. Now that the hair is longer, I'm also finding that the 160 grams just doesn't really cut it for me. It blends with my hair, sorta alright, but it just doesn't look as natural as my 220 that I had before. It'll make you feel more self-conscious, and also you just don't feel as luscious. Also, because this gray that I have added is actually a separate weft, and I will have to add extra wefts to the hair course, in my last review, I did say that I like the extensions, and I did. The shorter ones fit pretty good, actually. I think it's just a matter of length. These thin out so much at the ends. I think it looks kind of ridiculous. And the only way I would actually get the thickness is either to add more wefts or actually cut the hair up to here to at least simulate the same kind of thickness. So that's a negative thing about it. To get 10% off your next purchase at vpfashion.com, just use the offer code StraightastheRainbow. Until next time, stay awesome. And something with sandwiches.